as they say, y'all, you know that, hey, Natural Jivas, must love them. Hi. You guys are coming back really fast. Yeah, I crashed, Tika. I did. Hello. Hi. Hey, I'm seeing so many new people. Hello, Wonder Boy 2016. Hello, Miss Amy at Williams. Wonderful. Welcome, Mr. Mr. Weekend is back. Come. Yes, welcome back. Hey, his and her money. Welcome back. Thank you for inviting. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, the intercessor. First time, Mary Spa Place. Well, welcome. Hey, y'all, I'm driving. Well, welcome, Mr. Weekend. Hey, you want to come in over this? Because we got, no? He's making me do it. Hey, Wonder Boy, good to see you. Haven't seen you before. Welcome. Miss Nelson, welcome and thank you for inviting. Ty said jump in.
Because
Ty said so. Thank you, Ty. You got this. So we talked about the revelation, and I just really wanted to, we were talking the scope on 2 to 3 things that affect us in marriage. Dwayne spoke earlier today. It was so awesome about the men. And the second thing that I spoke about on tonight was women learning how to govern your emotions and your mouth. And we were talking, no, we were not, well, my husband, husband was raised in the church. I was not. I was a heathen. And when I came to the Lord, I came not really understanding. I came to the Lord doing what they told me. Thank you for inviting his or her money. And if you all haven't found, when you need to follow your finances, you better follow his or her money.
Oh my gosh, you better. They got the tools.
But I wasn't saved, and so when I gave my life to the Lord, I learned after the affair that just saying the confession was one thing, but having the relationship was something totally different. And so you were saying when you got married, Ty, I said the confession, and I prayed. But relationship hadn't been established prior to then. I was still
You got married to stay saved. We was fornicating.
Jesus, take the wheel. Amen.
We had one and she was pregnant with one at the altar. Couldn't keep my hands off of it.
So if that answers your question, but we were talking about the power of the unity, or the power of how God sees us. And for all of you who are new, I was sharing the revelation of thank God for salvation. Absolutely. Thank you, Jesus. I was sharing with them the revelation of what I had seen in prayer when I was praying for my husband. And for those who are new, I'm going to recap real quick. And in that was that while I was in prayer, I could see myself in prayer a few times. And while I was in prayer, I could see this person next to me in prayer. And after a while, I asked the Lord, like, who is that? And who is that person next to me? And that husband said, that is your husband next to you. I see you as one flesh. And so oftentimes as spouses, we see each other separate and we act separate and everything we do is separate. Not everything, but a lot of our actions are separate. But when we really get the revelation how the Lord sees us, that when you offend your husband or you offend your wife, you are offending yourself. You are one person. When you think that you don't have the power, the authority to change a situation that is happening in your marriage because of the other person, you don't even realize the power and authority that you have been given. You have power of attorney. I have power of attorney over this man.
Sure does.
Because I signed on that dotted line. I made that covenant between me, him, and God, that now everything that happens, we have power of attorney over each other. I can go to the bank, write a check, and sign his name, and it's still good. Just how it is in heaven. I can go on to prayer on my behalf, on my husband's behalf, as if I am one person, and expect answers from God, because we are one flesh, and that's how God sees us. Amen. Did you want to add something?
Yeah. Was it Shatanya?
It was Shatanya.
Shatanya.
I wanted to pop in briefly because my wife, she has handled it. Y'all give her the hearts. Y'all hit them sevens. She has handled it tonight. Okay, trying to lure me down because I was actually over there drawing. But I wanted to address Shatanya because I was moved.
Oh.
I was moved by your story and by your transparency, especially here on this forum and this platform. But I wanted to encourage you in this, okay? I really want to encourage you in this, that don't get weary now, okay? Oftentimes our greatest victories come when the fight is almost over, okay? For those of you who know me, I train basketball players, and I have a whole lot of isms and sayings. But one of the ones that my kids and the guys that I work with kind of cling to is my rule of F's. And I teach athletes that there are 3 F's that are the enemy to any athlete. That's fear, frustration, and fatigue.
Aww.
Fear, frustration, and fatigue. They're defeated by faith, focus, and fitness. That applies to so many aspects of our lives. When we're fighting the battle for our relationships, for our legacies, for the futures and the lives that our relationships will touch, oftentimes we're afraid, okay, that we can't win, that it's too big for us.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
She said, say it again. She's taking notes.
Fear, frustration, and fatigue, the rule of F's, are the worst enemies to anyone's success. I use it in sports, but it applies to everything. Fear, frustration, and fatigue. Those are the big 3. That's the unholy trinity. Okay? Fear, frustration, and fatigue.
It is replaced by
and they're defeated by faith, focus, and fitness. Okay? Now, how does that apply to your situation? A lot of times the battle seems so uphill. It seems so daunting and insurmountable that we're afraid that we can't be victorious. But the Lord has already won that fight. A lot of times we get frustrated when we're not making the progress we feel that we should be making in the task that's our relationship. And you sound like you're at a point of frustration. Okay?
What are the other 3 F's are? Oh, faith,
focus,
and
fitness.
fitness.
Okay? Fear, frustration, and fatigue are defeated by faith, focus, and fitness. Okay? And so with that being said, when we realize that the unholy trinity is rising up in us, the fear, the frustration, and we're tired, we're fatigued, we have to have faith that the battle's already won. Yeah. Okay? We have to be focused on our end goal and the promises of the Lord.
Thank you, Natchez.
Okay? Thank you all so much.
Money.
Yes. You know, we have to be focused on the faith, on the promises of the Lord.
Yeah.
And the goals that we've laid out for our families. And we have to be fit to endure the fight. Yeah. Okay? Many of the times we can't finish because we have not built up, we aren't prayed up, we're not studied up. Yeah. We don't have the information and the tools. That's called being fit for duty. Yeah. Okay? That's what we use in the military, that's what we use on the police department. Fear, frustration, and fatigue. Faith, focus, and make sure that you're fit. I hear your fatigue. Yes, I feel your frustration. Okay? And I know that there's a fear that it may not work out. But we're here to tell you tonight that it can and it will.
Absolutely.
Okay? That it absolutely can and it will. The Lord has ordained you for Him.
Yep. You are fit for Him. Know
that. Toy said something so powerful earlier. There is a piece in the puzzle that is Him that only you can fit.
Yeah.
The Lord custom made the piece in Him that is fit just for you. Okay? And you have to know what that is. You have to be confident in that place. And when you're fit and confident in that place, you can walk confidently in your position in His life. See, I hear the lack of confidence. You're unsure, you're uncertain. The enemy's brought doubts to your head. Okay? He's shaking you. All right? The honeymoon has long been over. We get that. We get it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But when you know that despite what's going on around you, that you were custom made to fit that place in his life that no one else was given.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll move forward with a greater boldness and a greater assurity.
Yeah.
Okay. We were there. We know what that feels like. We're not telling you something that we are unfamiliar with. We're not blowing smoke and giving you pipe dreams on fairy wings. We're not giving you that. Okay. We're not doing that. All right. We're telling you something that we absolutely know to be true.
Yes.
When we were at the end of ourselves, the Lord said, okay, now I begin.
Yeah.
Because you are at the end of yourself.
Yeah.
Be strong. Be of good courage.
Yes.
Do you understand? It is not over. It is not over. Fear, frustration, and fatigue. Recognize those enemies when they rise up. Beat them back. Hello. Beat them back. Do you understand? With faith, focus, and fitness. Spiritual fitness. All right. We don't talk about that enough. All right. What does that look like? You know, have you been in your word? Have you pushed away the plate?
Yeah.
Have you taken it
Yes,
before the
thank you for
altar,
joining.
before the throne of grace, and
Yeah.
said, Lord, I don't know what to do.
Yes.
The answers are eluding me. Okay? Reveal to me how to proceed. See, the Lord desires to reveal your mate to you. See, oftentimes we're in these relationships and we are walking with blinders on as it pertains to our spouse.
Yeah.
We think we know them.
We think we got them all figured out.
We think we got them figured out. Do you understand? And the innermost crucial things are foreign to us.
Yes.
You don't know, like my wife said, the hidden pain. I kept it from her for years. There's some things I kept from her for years.
There was times when I thought I was looking at pride, or I'm looking at arrogance, or I'm looking at laziness, and I was actually looking at depression. And I was looking at him not knowing how to say, I'm dealing with this, or I'm having these thoughts, or I'm feeling this way. And it was compounded by my own feelings of, this ain't what I signed up for. But not being spiritually mature enough or discerning enough to say, my husband is under spiritual attack right now, while I'm sitting here folding my hands and not responding to the need that is in him. So it took some intercessory. It took it took me going to God. It took Toy shutting up for a while and kind of watching and really look at what I'm seeing to be able to know what I'm praying. What I was praying against, and didn't even know that he was battling with rejection. Didn't know that he was battling depression. Did not know those things because when you're dating someone, or you're starting to you're meeting someone, the representative is there. They're showing you everything that is good. They're showing you everything that is good about them. It is when time has come where you start to see the things where they're broken in that we oftentimes don't see in the beginning, that we have to now know while we're here, while the Lord placed us together. There are some things broken in me that the Lord used him to heal, but they weren't evident in the beginning. No. It took us being broken, breaking each other, Lord fixing us and putting us back together and say, oh, that was what that thing was. That was depression. Yeah. That was rejection. That came from being abused. That came from being raped. That came from being molested. Oh, that's why that's there. That's why he responds that way. That's why he does all those things that we don't really take into consideration when we get married and we're dealing with a person
with a history.
And
much of the history you are not
part of.
You're not part of or even familiar with the details.
Yes.
Do you understand? If you all saw part 1, if you haven't seen it, it's still on Periscope today, on Dee's Huddle.
Yes.
Where the Lord gave me to speak on how many of us as men, we're not taught how to communicate those things.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I was never taught that a man opens himself up to another person like that. Not even his wife. I wasn't taught that. I never saw that displayed. Do you understand? So many of the battles that I fought, they were internalized. And as I said earlier today, we cannot be fooled by what we see on the surface level, people.
Yeah.
Okay. Oftentimes we don't know what we're looking at because we have not delved into the root system. We just see what is being displayed in front of us and we react. That's human nature. I get it, okay? But when you're in a relationship, you have a duty. You are duty bound to delve deeper. Do you understand? Okay, this is what I'm seeing. Where did it come from? What's the source of it? It appears to be XYZ. Babe, what am I looking at? Okay?
Yep.
Sometimes you got to press. Sometimes you got to back off and revisit.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But eventually, once a man knows that the coast is clear, and it may take a while.
And that is safe.
And that it's safe for me to share these things with you.
Because women, and let me interject, sometimes our spouses can share some things with us that they're very sensitive to them, and they're vulnerable in that area, and they're being vulnerable to us, and we will use it later on
and beat them with it.
And beat them with it.
Beat them down with it. Okay, and we thank you all for joining. Thank you all for inviting. Yeah. If you're watching, please join the Marriage for Real family. We'd love to have you.
We're on a marriage movement.
Yes, this is a movement. Marriage for Real is a movement. You all are marriages for real.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the real stuff that's going on in our marriages that most people are afraid to talk about, and we want to pull the covers off of it. And I know for me, many of the things that I shared with my wife, you didn't get till years later.
Yeah.
And it helped clarify some things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things that probably could have been avoided had I been mature.
Yeah.
Open enough, had I felt the coast was clear with her. You understand, to share these things, and it helped bring me into greater focus with her.
Yeah.
You understand, because granted, her being a woman, I was more privy to her inner workings than she was with mine, because she is wired to communicate. She's wired to emote. Okay, and so oftentimes women are putting that stuff out there, and men will receive it, but still we don't know how to properly deal with it because no one taught us. Okay, but men, we're not taught to put that stuff out there.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, ladies, you all are at a huge disadvantage. Okay, know this. I get it. You guys, this woman.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, women don't cry. Yeah, they keep it still. Yeah, that's what we're told from childhood. We tough it up. We suck it in. You know what I mean? We carry on. All right. We get our chin up, stick your chest out, boy. You know, handle it like a man. You know what I mean? And oftentimes, those things can be detrimental down the line as it pertains to our marriages and our relationships with our children. Do you understand? It's not good advice. I get it, but it comes from a very archaic frame of thought. You know what I mean? And then we wonder why, because let's just keep it 100. Back in the day, yeah, they stayed married forever, but a lot of marriages was far from healthy.
Yeah, they was.
Do you understand? They were jacked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they died married, but they also died miserable in the process. And so just because they was married for 50 years didn't mean it was 50 years of bliss. Okay. It was probably 45 years of hell. Okay. Seriously. No, I'm going by what we saw. My sisters can tell, we've seen it. We saw it firsthand. You understand? It was just that mindset that ain't nobody leaving nobody. Okay? We have to marry that with healthy relationships. Ain't nobody leaving nobody, but while we together, we're going to grow, we're going to prosper, we're going to mature, we're going to move forward, we're going to reach our destiny, we're going to accomplish God's mission for us, and we are going to live happily ever after.
Yes.
That's what it is. You put that with the ain't nobody leaving nobody. Okay, you understand?
Absolutely.
All right, but
yes,
you know,
you saying skeleton closet abuse and out. Yes,
yeah, you got to put it out there. So with that being said, I don't want to step on my wife's scope.
Oh, you fine? I was in
okay. I don't want to step on her scope, but listen. We're going to come back with part 3 of this, and it's going to be from Broken to Restored. Yeah, it's going to be a live Facebook broadcast. So if you have not joined our...
No, it's not going to be on Broken. We're not going to be on Broken to Restore because half these people ain't even on there.
Well, y'all need to come on there.
It's for specific reasons.
Okay. All right. Well, where's it going to be at?
It'll be right here.
It'll be right here?
It'll be right here.
She heard it. We're going to do part 3 right here on Periscope.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Okay. Hey, see? That's communication at work, y'all.
What is 7?
7 is our thing here at Marriage for Real. Okay. It lets us know on this end of the Samsung. Yes, Samsung life. Okay, fellow NY watchers. All right, we about that Samsung life. All right, let it be known. Okay, Samsung getting it in. You feel me? All right, double S in this place. Samsung. All right, it lets us know. on this end
Thank you.
of this Samsung that we said something to bless you on that end. 7 is the Lord's number of completion.
Yeah.
And it assures us that we've completed a mission here tonight. It's something that has blessed you. Our mission is to bless you and strengthen you in your relationships.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And so that's what 7 means here. 7 lets us know that we completed our mission. So if something blessed you, we want to see those 7s, let those 7s fly. Okay, as we wrap up. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Constantly good stuff going up there. We love you. Listen, we love y'all, man.
Yeah,
we love y'all. We apologize for being absent. My wife touched on our daughter was sick. She was in the hospital for 3 days. And we both missed 3 days of work. Okay. But she's better now. Praise God. Thank God for healing. All right, praise God. Thank you so much. My wife killed it.
Thank you, Ty. You
Yes.
know, Ty is like Ty. If you guys do not, if you already follow his and her money, you're doing very well.
Yes.
I just saw too. My cousin I am Steve is on here, so follow him. And so Ty we did start a Facebook page. It is called From Broken to Restored, and it's from those who have dealt with marital infidelity, specifically like Dwayne and I have. That you can go and join that page. We wanted you to be able to have a place where you could come and kind of tell your stories. Tell your story. Get some place where you can be amongst people who's in your business, but in your business because they love you and
Thank you so much.
and come to a place where we're for the team, right? Because one of the
From Broken to Restored.
From Broken to Restored.
There's Marriage for Real, our main Facebook page, and then there's a sub Facebook page. There's a private one called From Broken to Restored.
Yeah.
Where how do they get to that one?
They can just actually go find Broken to Restored and ask to join.
Yeah,
and
ask to join, and we'll approve it.
Yeah.
And that's where we pull the covers off this thing, and we wanted to provide a place where people that have dealt with infidelity specifically, we know here on Marriage for Real, we cover the broad spectrum of marriage because we have endured the broad spectrum of marriage. But specifically what sets us apart, we feel the Lord has given us a ministry from those that have dealt with the heartache that comes from the breaking of vows. You understand? That the shattering of the marital life. Do you understand?
Yes.
And so that's what for
Dewan.
most, yes.
With Dewan, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Go ahead, baby.
yes,
Continue.
Dewan. We do teaching for singles in the future. Yeah, absolutely. We love our singles. But From Broken to Restored is a place specifically if you have dealt with infidelity, if you think you're going through it and not sure, you want some guidance and some input. These were tools that we wish were in place when we had gone through it.
Yeah.
Okay, things that were not available to us. Though we did get wise counsel from various sources, there was nothing that was quite hitting the mark of where we were at that time.
Yeah.
And definitely no one that could verbalize specifically and help us dial into what we were actually feeling in the process of it. Yeah. Okay. And how to navigate that maelstrom of emotion and brokenness. And so, with that being said, that's what From Broken to Restored is about. Yeah. Yes. Watch part 1 of the huddle. I thought, you know what? Y'all caught me on duty, but the Lord moved on that one. Seriously, it was quick. I couldn't get all my points because I was working. Don't y'all tell on me. Y'all hear me? Brother got to work until this Marriage for Real thing take off. All right, so brother need that job. Okay, but in you tell it in the brief time that the Lord gave me that time, I felt because I had nothing when I came on. I'll be honest with you, I had nothing. I just knew, okay, the Lord said, you need to scope right now. I'm like, Lord, I'm at work. But if you haven't watched it, watch it. Brothers, watch it. Did you touch on the issue that...
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay, because I didn't read all the responses because I was kind of trying to hurry up because I was at work. If y'all watched this, you saw me keep doing this.
Somebody thought Dwayne was saying that women can't raise what?
Can't raise a man.
Yeah.
And y'all can't. But I was very specific in what I said. Okay, I did not say that you could not raise a good person. A new watcher was apparently very defensive about
and that's okay.
And that's okay. Defend your boo if you feel he's getting attacked. But I was not attacking your boo. Okay, what I was saying was
they missed the point.
Yeah, they kind of missed the point. The point was that men inevitably, if she's watching, ask him, when you were growing up, what man did you want to pattern yourself after? Who did you look up to?
Hi, Surrender.
He may have been raised by his mom,
Thank you for
but he
joining.
patterned himself. If he's the good man that you say he is, and I'm sure that he is, I do not question that. Trust me, he found a template. He found an example. He found someone with which to pattern himself off of. Have that conversation. I'm sure he'll tell you, yeah, it was Uncle so-and-so. It was Mr. Bill up the street. That man handled his business. It was something. But I missed the comments. My wife, she don't miss nothing.
I'm watching.
That's my backup right there. She gonna defend me like you was defending yours. And she like, baby, get.
I was like, that was at work. I couldn't say anything, but that's not what he's saying. I was like, he ain't saying that.
Yeah. So if there was any misunderstanding, I try to speak very specifically. If you guys haven't known it, yeah, I laugh and joke a lot. Mm-hmm. But when I get deep, this is why my wife holds every word against me. Because my brother cannot slip on his verbiage ever.
Because he chooses his words carefully. So he says what he means and he means what he says.
Pretty much. And I'm sure my sisters would agree. Because they always amen that fact. Because I used to kill folks
He's so much better at
kill
that.
folks with my words.
So much better.
Okay. But I try to be very precise and on point with my words. And so if something was misunderstood, please, I have no problem clarifying. If you got questions, email us. Ty, leave me alone. Okay, you mess with me.
And so Robe Swain, you said it was your husband for you. Like he said, every man finds a man to pattern himself after. If a father is not in the home, he will find a man to pattern himself after, whether good or bad.
Whether good or bad, it's heaven forbid. Sometimes it's the drug dealer. Sometimes it's the gangbanger. Okay, who's ever willing to take him under his wing.
Yep.
You understand? But there comes a time in every boy's life where he looks for a man, when he knows, yeah, mom loves me. Okay, mom is doing a great job providing for me. Mm-hmm. But mom really can't teach me anything about how men are supposed to do things. Yeah, it may be a coach. Do you understand? But that boy is going to find a man to show him, whether that man knows it or not. Okay, that boy is going to latch on and find a man with which to mimic. Yep. Okay, and like you said, if you're watching, if you're a husband,
go back and watch that.
Go back and watch it. If your husband is a great man that was raised by a woman, okay, and he's a great man covering all his bases, handling his business, find out who his influences are. Yeah. Okay, because trust me, he had some.
And for you singles, that's a big question, to ask your potential husband. Yeah. Who was some of your greatest influences coming up? If it wasn't your dad, was it Who was that?
Who was it? And men, if you're at this point, you're in the gray hair club. Guess what? I still have men that I'm patterning myself. It's an ongoing process. Yeah. Okay. I call them my alpha pack. All right. And the reason I call them my alpha pack is because I don't run with betas. Okay. I'm not running with omegas. Every dude that I powwow with is an alpha in his own right. Okay. And we're not intimidated by one another. We inspire. We push. We hold accountable one another. And so, men, if you're looking to grow as a man, start getting your alpha pack together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I've always told, and my sons are the same way. Thank God. I always say this: ain't no bums in my circle. I don't run like that. Mm-hmm. Ain't no bums. Every brother in my circle is handling his business in some way or another. Okay. And so, with that being said, thank y'all for watching.
Thank
Sister
you.
Killed it.
Thank you for watching. His and Hermione, thank you for inviting. Thank you everyone who's invited for inviting. We hope you were blessed on tonight. I have no idea what my husband's looking to.
Hopefully he can include me. If he wants to watch, I would love
for
him
dance.
To follow.
New dance.
No dance. We don't know how many
I know there were some new ones, but so they want to do the dance. Oh.
Is any newbies out there? Is some newbies out there? Because we'll
they need the welcome.
They need the welcome dance.
We all look for role models.
Yes, we all look for role models.
We all do. That's true.
I am Mama One. He's a construction worker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Okay.
Swing,
so okay.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Wow. I hope you guys are following. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. It's at the end. 1, 2, 3. Welcome.
Woo, woo. Welcome. Woo, woo.
All right.
Love you guys.
Be sure to follow.
We love you guys. We will be here. When we coming back?
We'll be back for part 3. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Probably Thursday.
Thursday. All right, check us out Thursday. All right, we love you guys. God bless. Have a great night. And thank you for inviting us into your lives on tonight.
Thank you.
Round of applause. Hearts for Toy.
Oh, to God be all the glory.
God bless. Amen. Thank you all so much. Love you guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night, Evolving. God bless.